What up, guys? Yo, what up, everybody? What's good? What's poppin'? How y'all doing today, guys? What's up? Welcome. Good afternoon. How's it hanging? Yo! What's cracking? What up, Chris? On your way home? That's what's up. I just wrote a new game, pretty much. Oh man, I look exhausted. I just look beat today. Fuck. Looks like I got a black eye, but I don't. That's weird. Definitely weird. What the fuck? Be looking like I got a black eye. And for what? I didn't do nothing. How's it hanging out today, bro? How you doing? Did you have a good day working? Whew. Just came up with a new one-shot idea. You know that meme going around that's like, oh, can 100 men beat one monkey? One gorilla? You know? And everybody's like, oh, the men would lose. Well, I'm making a one-shot about that, where there's 100 people versus one gorilla. It's gonna be lit. Cheers, dudes. BRB, no worries, G. No worries, my G. It's also kind of vibey. This one's got like dungeon crawling music vibes. I think tonight I'm gonna work on that one shot. I think we got it. Like TBH. I do think that we do. Yo, what up, Boston? How you doing, bro? What's good today, man? How you doing? How you doing, bro? What's poppin'? I just made a temporary first draft of a one-shot. I'm excited. Gorilla. The picture took me like 2 minutes to draw. I was just putting it there so I could do like layout work. But basically, one gorilla versus 100 people. Morkborg Megabox. That's the whole concept. You get tossed into a gladiator ring with 100 combatants. 4 players get to play as each of the characters. Take turns in groups of 4 attacking the thing. If you roll a 20 when you roll your character, you get a champion character. If not, you just get a normal guy. If you roll a 1, you're even weaker than normal. That's basically 100 people versus the 1. If you survive, that's your character for your next game, basically, and he's just upgraded, level up. Strong as shit. New title, Gorilla Slayer or some shit. World Savior. But that should not take me very long at all because it's less work than Murky Depths. Murky Depths was literally like fucking a lot of work. That thing takes a lot to make work. There's a whole new system I had to make up. This one also has a new system, but it's a very easy one. It just adds a new combat turn order thing where, like, since it's 4 players against the one gorilla, the gorilla is facing one person. Whoever it's facing, it does the easiest time hitting. And you also do the hardest time of hitting it versus the people on the left and right who are slightly easier to, like, dodge, but also slightly easier to hit. And then the person in the back has the easiest time hitting him and dodging him. Basically. He also has an attack where he'll grab a corpse and he'll straight up roar and then try to eat it to heal. And if he does that, you have to roll like a test to see if you get scared or not. And if you get scared, you're stuck for 1 round just sitting there while he pummels on the team. Pretty good. I also gave him Dark Souls mechanics. Where once he gets down a certain amount of health, he becomes extra strong for a certain amount of turns. But I'm excited for it. I just gotta make some good artwork for it, which I'm way better at the artwork on my tablet than I am on my person, so shouldn't be hard. I think I'm gonna draw like a gorilla holding like a human arm, and that'll be like the main image for the gorilla. And then for the cover art, it's gonna be like a pile of bodies, and the gorilla all bloody and like beat down, and then one human like going in for like 1 punch. And that's all that's left of the humans or something. Maybe like the pile of humans, right? And the last guy like doing like a flying uppercut as the monkey's like almost beat down at the ground. That could be good. God damn, this soundtrack is so good for this game. We need to play more of this on stream. I was trying to set this one up for motion capture too, but it's going to take a lot of work. I spent 3 hours on it this morning. I have to remap half of the buttons. It'll be worth it though. It's not really a game that needs motion capture necessarily. But I think it'd be fun because in the combat you have to try to dodge or parry things. So I figured it'd be fun to actually try to parry, like in real life. Or dodge in real life. I should get one of those haptic vests for it. Where like, if I take damage, it like vibrates and does that damage in real life. I don't know if you guys have seen that or not. It seems pretty cool. They use it for gun games mainly, like when you get shot. So it simulates getting shot. Just like an intense vibration. But goddamn, is this game good. Absolute masterpiece. It's on Xbox Game Pass too. Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Telling y'all. One of the best stories I've played in a game yet. Like, period. Every single song in this game just feels so epic. Oh, you guys can't even hear the music. Jesus Christ, I'm sitting here vibing out. Oops. Shit's such a vibe though. Rip. Yo.
Hey.
Hello.
How's it going?
Pretty good, how are you?
I'm alright.
So, question for you.
Yeah.
Did you download that game?
Nope.
You son of a bitch.
So you're saying I should download the demo or Game Pass or?
So when you go to the actual Lords of the Fallen store page,
Yeah.
there's like a section that says Lords of the Fallen Friend Pass. That's the one you'd click on. So, you're not able to progress the story without me, but everything that you do is saved, so if you ever did buy the game, you would have it, like, all your progress.
Oh. Interesting.
But you also can play with me through this whole story, as long as we stay around the same, like, story point. So if I start with you and we play through it, we can play through it together. People say it's a very good co-op game.
Why didn't they just make Lords of the Fallen 2? Because everyone dunked on Lords of the Fallen 1 because it was bad. Let's make it 2, not version 2.
I think because they wanted to No Man's Skies it, maybe. And I think they successfully did that, kinda. I went from mixed reviews to, like, mostly positive, so...
Yeah, I remember Lords of the Fallen, like,
Thanks for
in
the
the
follow.
big Dark Souls boom when everyone was copying it. It came out and people were laughing because it's like the slowest version of Dark Souls. Like, even Dark Souls 2 is like half as fast as that.
Yeah, apparently it's a lot better now, so...
Gotcha. Yeah, recent reviews mostly positive, all reviews mixed. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I've really not felt the itch necessarily, but I mean, if there's the friend pass, I suppose.
Seems like it'd be fun. Also, there's invasions.
Nice.
Does that sell you?
Because
Random
Dark Souls is
invasions.
pussy mode now.
Yeah,
More
it's
invasions
old
of-
school. Old school invasions, and it was on sale recently for really cheap.
Because invasions are too toxic. So you can't do that in Dark Souls anymore.
This is huge though, because that means that people are still playing.
Yep.
Which means we actually do get invasions.
Well, I mean, they just released the 2.0 recently, didn't they?
Yeah, they just did.
Of course people are still playing.
So, and they made it on sale for a lot, and then they gave out the free friend pass. So, basically, they're really encouraging people to get back into it. So, I think it's worth.
Okay.
It looks really fun. Looks like just like Dark Souls, maybe a little bit easier, I guess, because co-op centric. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Could be wrong.
I mean, you could always co-op in Dark Souls 1, kind of. But we had to both,
True.
yeah, do the thing twice.
Eventually, I'm getting you Clair Obscure, by the way. I know you don't normally like those kind of games. I'm telling you the
I
parry
had looked at it,
mechanic.
like, I understand.
No, I'm telling you, once you play the parry mechanic, it's like Sekiro in the sense that you'll be addicted to that portion of it.
I really don't like the JRPG kind of setup and storyline it looks like it has going on, but...
I feel you on like the JRPG gameplay wise, feeling like
Looks
it might
like a
be
Final
bad.
Fantasy, but with better
But-
combat, which is interesting.
The combat is insanely good. It doesn't feel like a JRPG. It feels very rewarding, which is a thing that JRPGs slack at. Enemies also, if you choose to go out of the off-beaten path to fight enemies, they don't feel like they're just like extra to grind. I feel like they kind of have story relevance because of the way the story works, where there's multiple expedition parties before you that you basically see their old paths and can avenge them and shit. Right.
Yep.
But honestly, the story's actually really fucking good. I was genuinely shocked. I don't think I've had a story like grip me from like the beginning like that one did. Didn't like, I don't even know.
You are already an established fan of Final Fantasy series, though.
I am, but those usually don't have good starting stories. I'll be honest with you. They're usually pretty mid. They're very typical trope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Final Fantasies, I enjoy the gameplay of the min-maxing and the like mini games oftentimes. To be honest, it's not necessarily that the story is 10 out of 10 for me on those ones. Some of them are pretty good, but they take a while to get through. You know what I mean? To that point, but Clair Obscur was good from the start for me.
One of the reviewers says, if it turns out our MC is the villain in the future and his adoptive sister is actually the paintress, all thumbs down. What do you think the odds are of that?
Probably not at all.
Oh, damn.
Unless
I like it when we're secretly the villain.
Unless
0 thumbs up.
you kill it and then they're like, the fabric of the world is ending. The only way we can do it is if we become blah 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 blah, and then I end up doing it. In which case, I can see that maybe.
Fable 3.
Piper's Teacher of the Month. Fuck yeah.
Oh, really?
Hell yeah.
Wow.
She just came in the chat and
Awesome.
said that. Hell yeah, babe. Congratulations. I fucking knew it, dude.
Congrats.
Teacher of the fucking year, more like it.
True.
Hell yeah. See, Joey said true. I don't know if you heard that or not, but. Hell yeah. What up, Puppet? But yeah, what were you saying though about the story?
Nothing. Someone just made a comment. I know 0 about the story, so.
Basically, it goes hard from the start.
Yeah.
Explaining exactly like what the whole like premise is, where like, you know, number gets erased, everybody that age gets disappeared. They basically throw a big festival at the end of each year to like celebrate the people dying in their lives that they had.
I see.
Some choose to go on an expedition to try to kill the Huntress or make progress for the next year to try to get further to kill the Huntress. I mean, the Paintress. And then the rest of them are just like, fuck it, we're gonna live our lives to the fullest because we're gonna die anyway. And then they all go to like the dock and have a big ceremony with flowers and they turn to flowers. GG.
Spoilers.
But basically, the main character is his like love or whatever is turning that age that disappears at the beginning of the game, right before it's his
So
next
he's in
year.
love with like an 80-year-old.
34-year-old.
That's crazy. Too old.
Yeah, it's Expedition 34 that gets killed first, and then
I
they're
see.
33. Yeah, so they're 33 next.
Title drop. Clap for me.
Although I don't understand, so I like the idea of it, but logically, does it work? Think about it.
I haven't seen.
So
any of it yet,
basically,
just your storyline.
yeah, exactly though. The Paintress, she has a number, right? She starts at 34, she erases it, becomes 33, everybody that was 34 dies, right?
Yeah.
What happens if you, like, are 33 on that day that it turns to 33, and then you turn to 34? Like, are you just immune?
Still dead. Fuck you.
But you get what I mean, though, right? It doesn't make no fucking sense.
Yeah.
Or, like, people that, like, barely were, like, 34 by, like, 2 days or something are just getting shafted, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you only got 2 days left to live versus everybody else had a whole year to prepare. I guess you get to prepare early, but still, sucks. Short end of the stick.
Nah, it sounds great. I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm.
Perfect world.
True. But yeah, the story just goes hard. I'm just saying. I'll
Okay.
probably get it for you at some point.
Alrighty.
I think you'll like it.
What do you want to do?
So you don't have Lord of the Fallen installed.
Nope.
Okay. Would
take too long, and I gotta make room first.
yeah.
I'll say that for next time.
So, schedule one.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I guess I can try blueprints
You could.
if you want,
Sure.
but you can't get mad at me.
I can. I just won't say it.
But you won't.
Because you're gonna figure it all out immediately.
Ah, shit. Alright, we're playing Claire Obscure. No, I'm just... Dude, the soundtrack for that game is so good, too.
Good.
And it feels like Dark Souls in the sense that any boss you can technically beat because of the parry system, but it's brutal because you can just get one shot.
Just press the button at the right time. I don't understand.
It's hard.
Just press A when it says to press A.
It's not A.
Sorry, B.
If it was A, that if it was B, it would make sense. B is dodge. They recommend a controller, Joey.
Yeah, I
It's
don't play
actually
with
RB.
controller. Like,
It's RB.
Blueprints would be a 6 mobile game though. You could just make it so like stepping into a room is just, you know, like an escape room thing.
Yeah, I was wondering why
Like
they
once you go
didn't
inside.
do it as a mobile game yet.
Yeah. I feel like
It seems like it would make sense.
Speaking of, I've been seeing Bizarre around again. Do you remember that game?
Yeah, me too, actually. That's what I've been. Because it just got its
It's having some
for
problems, but
1.0
people are still
release.
liking it. They have mobile release scheduled for this year.
Ooh.
I think that game would be pretty more interesting as
If
mobile.
they do mobile, I'm down to really try it.
Yeah.
Alright. Dogubam presente.
Are you only live on Kick?
It should be Kick, YouTube, and Facebook. I'll switch over to Twitch now, probably. I can switch off of YouTube for Twitch.
YouTube's probably better, but I see I found nice stuff in easy ones.
I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly